Good day everyone, I am Dayanmay M. Carrillo and my partner for this presentation is Mark Salvin Ardo. We are both from BSED English 1C. Today, we are going to discuss all about the discourses of language in cultural and social relevance. Language discourses are humans' mode of expression. The outputs from the discourse, whether the spoken or written text forms, can become basis in determining the person's social and cultural relevance. How can we say that a discourse bears relevance? What method can be used in evaluating the relevance of any messages produced by the speakers and the writers?
5 categories of discourse analysis: social-cultural analysis, synthetic analysis, structural analysis, cognitive analysis, and critical analysis. But let's focus only in social-cultural analysis. What is social-cultural analysis? It investigates the purpose of utterances' social settings. How to conduct discourse analysis. Law in 2019 revealed an outline of the basic steps of discourse analysis. Step 1. Formulate relevant research questions and select a meaningful discourse analysis content. Step 2. Collect information and check for existing theories that fit the context. Step 3. Analyze the subject of inquiry and check for patterns and themes. Step 4. Evaluate results and make conclusion.
Let us proceed to the components of culturally and socially relevant discourse. According to Chaprasov 2018, for the language to gain social and cultural relevance, it must have the following set of elements and components. First is the specific and concrete language. A language that is both concrete and specific can create tangible pictures that the listeners and readers can easily visualize. On the other hand, abstract language can lead to varied interpretations, so speaking unclearly cannot promote language that represents one's culture. Second one is the familiar language. Words only become relevant if they are familiar to others, especially if they use them regularly. Sometimes, relevance is dependent on the usability and the familiarity of the language being used. Whenever the speaker or the writer uses unfamiliar language, the message may not have an impact on others, or at least they might be interpreted differently. Lastly is the constructive language. Constructive language promotes social and cultural relevance. It can spark unexpected relationships, friendships in particular. If this is not observed, readers and listeners will tend to assume that superiority and indifference are what the speaker wants to express.
Focus of the discourse analysis: the vocabulary and grammar. Let's define vocabulary and grammar. A vocabulary is a set of familiar words within a person's language. A vocabulary usually developed with age serves as a useful and fundamental tool for communication and acquiring knowledge. Grammar is a rules of language governing the sounds, words, sentences, and other elements, as well as their combination and interpretation.
That's the end of our discussion. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope that you have learned something from our discussion today. Bye!